Welcome to another episode of Backpass Tactics. We build backwards and transition forward because every goal begins with building from the back and passing forward. Today we'll be talking about Orlando Pirates. We'll be assessing if Orlando Pirates have what it takes to win the league. We'll be dissecting Oswin Appollis, my thoughts on Coach Ouaddou, Sipho Mbule, and what my thoughts on him are. We'll also be talking about the recruitment team at Orlando Pirates. So let's start with the fact that I genuinely believe Orlando Pirates have what it takes to win the league. They have good squad depth, they have a great coach, and they are playing less games now. Now that they're out of the CAF Champions League, this means that they'll be playing less games than Mamelodi Sundowns, and they have an equally as good squad as Mamelodi Sundowns. So they have a chance of winning the league this season. So one of the players who's actually been a great game changer for Orlando Pirates this season is Oswin Appollis. If you look at what he's doing for Bafana Bafana and Orlando Pirates, I would definitely conclude that Oswin Appollis so far is one of the signings of the season. And he's a big game player. Oswin Appollis invites the pressure. He likes the pressure. And he's the type of player that will do exceptionally well for Orlando Pirates because in terms of playing, he has a big personality. He's a big game player who's not afraid of pressure. He's not afraid of expectations. And so far, he's been doing that very well. Because when he started at Orlando Pirates, my only fear for Oswin Appollis was the fact that he hadn't played for a big team. So I was worried about whether he'll actually meet the demands of playing for a big team. But now that I've seen his performances and his character, I would say he's one of the few players who can transition well from playing for a small team to playing for a big team. So he's actually transitioned well. Let's also talk about Sipho Mbule, Master Chef, as they like to call him. This season, I've been impressed with Sipho Mbule, and credit to Orlando Pirates for giving Sipho Mbule another chance. Because as you know, at Mamelodi Sundowns, he got released because of apparently behavior issues. Same thing at, was it Sekhukhune or Guylands? I'm not sure. He got released because of behavior issues, apparently, allegedly. And Orlando Pirates have actually given him a chance to actually showcase his talent. When it comes to his talent has always been there. So that wasn't a question. The only question was, can he compete consistently? Can he actually improve his behavior? And credit to Sipho Mbule because so far we haven't heard any scandals coming from the Orlando Pirates camp about his behavior. So I'd say so far he's actually being disciplined and he's actually stepping up, and he knows that this might be his last chance at actually being given some time to actually gel well with other players. And it seems as if the confidence that Orlando Pirates have instilled in him, he's paying back that favor of being given a last chance. And as much as the Master Chef has been cooking for Orlando Pirates and Bafana Bafana, there's just a slight thing that he has to improve on. If you look at many games that Orlando Pirates plays, Sipho Mbule doesn't play the full 90 minutes, and he seems as if when it comes to the 60th to 70th minute, his fitness levels aren't as high. So I feel as if the only thing that Sipho Mbule should improve on this season is the fact that he's not as match fit as he should be. And as a midfielder, his fitness levels should be actually way up high because midfielders are usually not as substituted as much. When you compare midfielders and front three players, you expect midfielders to sometimes finish the game. Unlike strikers or wingers, midfielders have to finish the game. So I would advise him to improve on his fitness levels. He should take initiative and practice more off the pitch, work on his fitness. I don't know if he's actually working on that, but if he's not, that would be my advice for him to actually go all out. Even before training with Orlando Pirates and after training with Orlando Pirates, he should put in more work because that's what separates a good player and a great player. Your effort, the effort that you put in your fitness, because the talent is already there. No one can deny Sipho Mbule's talent. He's one of the most technically gifted, skillful players that Mzansi has produced in the last decade or so. So that part isn't a question. And for him to actually improve his gameplay, all that's needed is for him to finish games and to finish games at the same level that he starts games at. That's the only thing left for him. And I also like to give credit to Coach Ouaddou. Coach Ouaddou seems as if he's adjusting well at Orlando Pirates. If you look at how Orlando Pirates started the season, the way they started the season wasn't as good, but now as the season continues, he's been the standout coach in the PSL. I would say so far he has been the best coach in the PSL. He's actually working very hard, and he's a modern coach who isn't afraid of being wrong. He's not afraid of changing things. And it seems as if he's one of those coaches that knows when to go back to the drawing board, when to stick to his guns. He knows he has the perfect balance of listening to what people say and implementing his own philosophy. And things haven't been easy because replacing a coach like Rivero means that you have so much pressure under you. It's not easy replacing a coach like Rivero. Let's also give credit to Orlando Pirates' recruitment team. I believe Orlando Pirates knows how to recruit a coach, and they love recruiting an underdog coach. When Orlando Pirates go for a coach, they don't go for the big name, tried and tested coach. They go for the coach that everyone will underestimate. And usually, all these coaches end up proving everyone wrong. Because if you look at Jose Rivero, he also came to Orlando Pirates as an underdog. Same thing that's happening with coach Abdeslam Ouaddou. He came into Orlando Pirates as an underdog. People had low expectations for him. And this works well for Orlando Pirates because by bringing a coach who's not inviting the pressure, it means that the coach has enough time to actually cook. Because if you bring in a big name coach, everyone has expectations that the coach should come and hit the ground running. But if you bring in an underdog coach, no one has expectations for the coach. And this allows him to get enough time to actually implement his philosophy. No one rushes the coach. The fans might have their reservations. They might put pressure here and there, but objectively, even the fans know that the coach isn't highly rated. I remember when Coach Ouaddou came into Orlando Pirates, everyone was questioning Orlando Pirates for picking him. And even the fans, they weren't as confident in him as they should because he was an underdog. And right now, he's proving everyone wrong, including myself. I also had reservations about Coach Abdeslam Ouaddou, but so far this season, I believe he's done very well. Here's another question that I'd like to pose to the viewers and myself. Would it be a bad season for Coach Ouaddou if he doesn't win the league? What are your thoughts on that? Personally, I feel as if even if Coach Ouaddou doesn't win the league this season, I don't think it would be a bad season for him because even Jose Rivero got time at Orlando Pirates. He was second for many seasons. So I believe even if Ouaddou doesn't win the league this season, it will still be a good season for him. He already has a domestic cup. Let's not put too much pressure on Ouaddou. Even if he doesn't win the league, it won't be a train smash because even Jose Rivero came in number 2 consistent. I think the expectations for Coach Ouaddou of winning the league should be instilled maybe next season. This season, he's already done what he has to do. My advice for Orlando Pirates fans is that in terms of expectations, just allow Coach Ouaddou to cook and expect him to be in the top 2. Expect him to close the gap between Orlando Pirates and Sundowns, but him winning the league should be a bonus. It shouldn't be an expectation because he needs time to gel well with the team, to implement his philosophy. And winning the league isn't an easy thing. Overall, Orlando Pirates has been doing well in the league. But one thing that has been stopping Orlando Pirates from winning the league is winning back-to-back against Sundowns and also winning those games that are deemed easy. Because sometimes Orlando Pirates will win games and then they'll just fall short against some teams that are questionable. So that has been Orlando Pirates' hurdle. But now with the strong team that they have, the recruitment that they've done in terms of the squad depth, it shows that there is an improvement in the team. As long as he can close the gap between Orlando Pirates and Sundowns, I think it would be a good season for him. Maybe a Nedbank Cup here and there just to appease the fans because he already won a cup. Maybe another one wouldn't be such a bad idea. That's it, folks. Like, comment, share, subscribe, share with family and friends. I'll be right back like Reece James, hopefully not injured and having proper vocal cords.